Welcome everyone to Weekly News and DW with major tidbits, and the topic for this video is VP Sara nag-resign sa DepEd. In a shocking at honestly a grand old move, pinahayag ni VP Sara Duterte ang kanyang resignation bilang sekretarya ng Department of Education at Vice Chairperson ng National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict o NTF-ELCAC, a red-tagging son of a bitch organization, except I shouldn't even call them a son of a bitch kasi it would be disrespectful at insulto yun sa mga babaeng aso. So nitong Wednesday,
sa 2 taon nating pagsasama, ang kwentong nabuo natin ay kwento ng kapit-bisig na pagtaguyod sa adhikaing maitatag ang isang bansang makabata at batang makabansa. Ngunit anumang kwento, kahit gaano kaganda, ay sadyang nagtatapos rin. Earlier today, June 19, 2024, I sought an audience with the President and tendered my resignation as the Secretary of Education effective July 19, 2024. I have given my 30-day notice to ensure the proper and orderly transition for the benefit of the next Secretary.
nagbitiw siya sa kanyang pwesto as the DepEd SEC and VCP of NTF-ELCAC, which we should have foreseen kasi if you remember from NIDW recap number 55, Duterte was not with Marcos celebrating the Independence Day of the Philippines back in the 12th of June. And most importantly, nasa Davao siya nung nangyari ang mga iyon. Sinabi niya rin na ang UNITEAM as a political unit isn't a thing anymore. Kumaga sabi niya, nag-exist lang noon ang UNITEAM when they were campaigning at ngayon, there would be no need for such political tandems to exist and that they're only there to do their job. No more politicking. In the interview as well, sinabi niya na no comment nung minandato ni President Bongbong Marcos na isama ang bagong brainwashing, whitewashing technique Bagong Pilipinas, him at pledge sa flag ceremonies ng mga public educational institutions among others na saklaw ang pinamumunuan or at least dati niyang pinamumunuan at pinangangasiwaan ng kanyang opisina.
Ang UNITEAM was the tandem during the 2022 elections and then tandem of Bongbong Sara during the 2022 elections and then naman ang elections na daog na and kapasalamat mi sa ato ang mga kaigsuunan sa ating mga kababayan sa kanilang suporta sa tandem noong
So the unit team no longer exists afterwards? Are you saying
we are not candidates anymore?
May any reaction sa memorandum circular ni PBBM to see Bagong Pilipinas, the new pledge?
No comments.
And this is also a pretty huge deal for us to actually talk into kasi nga hindi niya rin sinama yung Bagong Pilipinas Pledge at Bagong Pilipinas Hymn sa kanyang Independence Day celebration sa Davao City. So, you will be remiss to know that LGUs are not particularly forced or mandated by the executive order that Marcos has put out regarding the defacing or adding of Bagong Pilipinas Hymn and Pledge sa ating mga flag ceremonies. Hindi kasama yung mga LGU. So, it makes you wonder, noon pala, anong nangyayari sa dalawa? Bakit hindi niya sinama yung Bagong Pilipinas Hymn at Pledge? Well, now we know. Now, hindi ko na kailangan pang ulitin yung mga pinagsasabi ko tungkol sa aking dismaya sa mga pinaggagawang kabalastugan ng mga namumuno sa ating administrasyon, with me also reiterating na I am not dogmatic nor an op for the opposition, or at least for the sake of opposition. Pero this really makes us wonder what the hell happened to the supposedly UNITEAM. Kasi naalala natin na wala masyadong pinangako ang ating presidente at vice-presidente. Wala silang plataforma para bigyan yung tao ng rason kung bakit sila iboto. The only reason they even went or they even won, besides what I would reveal later, is that, you know, they were riding off the coattails at riding off their surname as, again, Marcos and Duterte. Kasi nga, again, in the rise of Duterte, Marcos also has seen a pretty substantial boost regarding the popular propaganda, populist political machinery that Marcos has had. Kumbaga, this really makes us wonder kasi nga, what the hell happened to the supposedly unity team? Kasi naalala natin na wala naman silang masyadong pinangako na yung ating presidente at vice-presidente when they were campaigning. Walang plataforma kundi ang unity. Tapos ngayon, bukang bibig nila noon yung unity, tapos nagugulat na lang tayo sa mga patutsyada ng dalawang pamilya from one another. Kung gusto nyo pa makakita ng mga ganitong kabulsigan na hindi bias, kasi I'll tell you na maraming nagawa si Marcos, but still, hindi dapat pinapalagpas itong kabulsigan na to, okay? So subscribe to the channel, follow my links in socials and for choose that will be linked down below. Also, panoorin nyo yung mga bagong Pilipinas Initiative, Duterte Holds Rally, at People's Initiative Chacha something, yung bagong Pilipinas Trubanes na in-upload ko, it's still there. So, check that out, especially NIDW recap number 55. But anyway, enough shilling. The gist of it all, kasi I think I've already covered yung mga nangyari sa ating minamahal na unity. But essentially, it all started even before they were campaigning para sa pagka-presidente at vice-presidente. Now, I'm not going to cover Duterte's mother being a Dilawan, Duterte being a Dilawan before 2016, even Sara being a Dilawan after 2016, he became suddenly anti-Dilawan and anti-establishment and all that stuff. Duterte didn't really like Marcos. Sinabihan niya pang weak leader si Marcos. At again, noon pa man, sinasabi niya na yung yung kandidato natin, humihit-hit, sumisingho.
Is there going to be a coalition between PDDS or PDP with Lakas CMD?
No.
No?
No, I cannot. Because nandyan si Marcos. Hindi ako believe siya. He's really a weak leader. Kaya ako sabi ko, totoo yan, hindi ako naninira ng tao. Talagang weak. Kasi spoiled child, only son. Of course, he can talk. He delivers English articulate. Pero ang-aral kasi kung saan-saan sa labas. Pero sabihin mo may crisis, gano'n. He's a weak leader. At saka may bagahe siya. Ito si Bong, naghahanap ako ng tao na honest at trabahante talaga. Maano ninyo, trabahante talaga. Yung kalaban niya ngayon, dalawa na lang yan sila sa political horizon. Yun, nagtataka rin ako kung bakit na suddenly naging fascinated ang tao. Ako hindi lang ako, I cannot mention his name kasi wala man ako doon. But as a mayor, no, alam ko na yung mga mayaman sa Davao, pati yan siya humihirit ng cocaine. Cocaine lang naman. Wala akong sinabing siya, cocaine.
Sabi nga ni Duterte at ng taong bayan, dapat si Sara ang tumakbo bilang presidente kasi for sure mananalo yan. I mean, they were vindicated with that thought. Kasi if we see the 2022 tallies for the election results, makikita natin na mas mataas ang nakuhang boto ni Sara kaysa kay BBM. But after they won in a landslide, maraming murmur na ang gustong hawakan ni Sara is yung Department of Defense because ayun yung kanyang gusto. Pero na ginawa ni BBM, nilagay siya sa Department of Education. Kahit na wala siyang trades or specialty in the education sector. Sure, she's an abogado and she's brilliant, probably, I'm not really sure. But if she's a lawyer, she's gotta be at least smart with all this stuff. Pero this still doesn't sit right with the Filipino people kasi nga wala siyang managerial or administrative position in any form, especially in the educational sector. Mas babagay pa nga raw, or at least mas babagay pa siya, and this is what she really wanted. She wanted to be in the Department of Defense. Mas babagay pa nga siya siguro sa Department of Defense only and only because she made a persona of a tough person that won't take shit lying down. I mean, na-remember nyo ba yung nanapak siya ng police ba yan? I'm not sure.
Mahirap ang trabaho ng Secretary of Education. Pero nag-agree naman siya at palagay ko kasama na dyan dahil she is a mother and she wants to make sure that her children are are well trained and well educated, and that's the best motivation that we can hope for.
Meron siyang persona na na-cultivate, katulad ng kanyang papa, as a strong person. Strong man, strong woman, whatever you want to call it.
Kontrolado man unta ma'am, nya na may order ang sheriff na i-continue.
Sir, sheriff.
Ipagita proteksyon na lang namong.
Thank you, sir.
Over 200 houses were set to be demolished in the area based on a court order issued on June 23rd.
Ang rason ni Marcos, kahit na wala siyang qualification in education, is that she's a mother. Napaka-sexist, di ba? Basically, sinasabi niya, kahit na wala itong qualification, the natural nurturing instinct of a mother will be enough. And that's an insult sa ating mga tauhan sa gobyerno, sa ating mga tao sa gobyerno. Yung mga nasnub sa posisyon just to give Duterte something to do in the vice, or at least, because again, the only role of the vice president is to replace the president when they are unable or unwilling to take on the mantle of the president. So again, this is kind of a rough and tumble of all of this, pero yun nga. Ang rason ni Marcos, kahit na wala siyang qualification in education, is that she's a mother. Napaka-sexist, di ba? Basically, sinasabi niya, kahit na wala itong qualification, the natural nurturing instinct of a mother will be enough. Which, in that case, why would we hire people with specialties if their natural nurturing instinct would be enough to lead on the education of a 115 million people or 115 million populace, the education of the youth that will shape the future of our country. Umalis si Sara sa Lakas CMT dahil sa labanan ng House Speakership, where naglalaban ang pinsan ni President Marcos na si now House Speaker Martin Romualdez at former President and Gon's anti-Marcos Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Sumunod dito is yung confidential fund debacle, kasama na yung pag-ubos ng 125 million allocated fund na hindi inaprobahan ng Kongreso. Now granted, kasama siya sa contingency fund, which makes it so that the President can allocate funds or take funds from it and put it to the projects of other agencies na kakapuset. Of course, galing siya sa contingency fund na nasa discretion ng Pangulo at DOF for allocation. Kahit na again, hindi siya augmentation kasi yun ang nagiging kind of the itty-bitty thing about it. Because again, hindi siya augmentation in a sense na dahil wala namang line item. Kasi again, the Vice Presidency of Leni Robredo did not have or never had a confidential fund. And even Binay only had at most 11 million or 6 million, I'm not sure. And you know, the 100 sneak na ginawa nila Marcos at ni VP Sara Duterte should raise some eyebrows. Kasi again, I think around 36 million si Noli De Castro nung siya vice-presidente ni GMA. Tapos si Binay naman, 11 million yata. Tapos si VP Leni, walang confidential fund. Tapos bigla na lang tataas ng 125 million. Tapos again, humihingi pa siya ng 500 million pesos para sa confidential fund ng Office of the Vice President. Tapos, those 125 million na hindi nalaman ng tao up until recently, kung saan nagkaroon ng mass hysteria sa netizens natin, and of course, the Filipino populace, yung additional few hundred million pesos na yun, naubos in just 11 days. Those 125 million, naubos in just 11 days. So, isipin mo, saan nila ginamit yun? Or tapos yung hinihingi niya pa sa 2024 budget, the 150 million confidential fund para sa Department of Education at 500 million pesos na confidential fund para sa Office of the Vice President. Kumbaga, 6 million, 6 million, 6 million, 6 million, 6 million, 5 million, 6 million, 00000, 150 million, 500 million pa. Diba? Ganoon ka-start yung difference between the confidential funds of our Vice Presidents back then to Sara Duterte. And even then, naungkat din na ang discretionary at confidential funds ng Davao City noon is umaabot sa daan-daang milyon, even billion probably. Umabot ng multi-billion yung naging confidential fund simula nung naging mayor si Sara Duterte ng Davao City. So that's weird, di ba? Talagang sanay na siya sa entitlement niya sa 100 millions of confidential fund for her discretionary use na walang umaangal sa kanya. Nag-away pa nga ang House of Representatives at si Duterte dahil nga masyado nilang binibigyan ng atensyon at kontrobersya yung hinihingi ni Duterte na pasok sana sa budget. Kasi nga again, kung hindi ito kinilatis ng ating mga legislator at ng mga netizens, itong budget na to, along with the 650 million confidential fund, will come through. Nag-give in si Sara sa hinihiling niyang confidential fund matapos ang ilang buwan na pakikipaglaban para makuha yung confidential fund. After the confidential fund debacle, and by the way, si Marcos, yung 5 billion confidential at intelligence fund niya, hindi nakuha, hindi nabawasan. Talagang si Sara lang at yung ilang ahensya ng gobyerno. Pagtapos, after the confidential fund debacle, sumunod naman ang issue ng ICC at ni Quiboloy na malapit sa puso ng ating Vice Presidente because she was also implicated sa magiging investigasyon ng ICC, particularly sa Davao Death Squad noong 2000s. Patungkol sa war on drugs, kasama ang kanyang ama and Quiboloy, who is close to his father and even made Duterte the property administrator of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ holding. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is that napakalapit nila Duterte at Quiboloy. At sinabihan ni Duterte na addict si Marcos, with Marcos retaliating na siguro kaka-fentanyl ni Duterte yan sa kanilang rally laban sa pinupush ng administrasyon ni Marcos na constitutional amendment o charter change through numerous ways, pati na ang kontrobersyal na People's Initiative raw, kung saan marami nagsasabing binabayaran ang mga Pilipino para pumirma para sa ayuda. The people were entitled to that ayuda, pero ang ginagawa nila is papipirmahin muna nila. They're holding off the release of the ayuda just so that they would make pirma-pirma.
Lalabas ka ng Malacanang kagaya noong panahon na pinalayas kayo. Ang Constitution is supposed to be a permanent thing. Huwag ninyong pakialaman ang Constitution kasi yun ang bahay opisyal ng Pilipino. Anak ka ng... Bakit pumasok sa utak ninyo yung People's Initiative? Anong nakain ninyo? There's nothing wrong with the Constitution right now. Alam mo, sa umpisa pa lang, nagdududa na ako. Bakit? People's Initiative manggaling sa tao. Dito, mga congressman, alam ninyo, kung magkaletse-letse ang buhay na ito, sabihin ko sa military, sirahan ninyo yung Congress. Bakit binababoy ninyo ang bayan natin? Si Bongbong Marcos bangag noon, ngayong presidente na bangag natin ang presidente. May drug addict tayo na presidente. Nung ako'y mayor, pinakitaan ako ng evidence ng PDEA. Doon sa listahan, nandoon yung pangalan mo. Ayaw kong sabihin yan kasi magkaibigan tayo. Kung hindi magkaibigan, magkakilala. Ikaw pumapasok kayo ng alanganin. Mr. President, baka susunod ka sa dinaanan ng tatay mo. Diyan ako takot. Ayaw ko mangyari sa iyo yan.
All of these things that he is causing is oppressing the people. Maumag na. Kaya giuna niya ilang politika, ilang self-preservation sa ilang politika. Wa nila giuna ang trabaho. So karon, imbes of opening up new opportunities, especially for those sa lower classes, kaya para mo improve ang kinabuhi sa mga Pilipino, labi na sa mga kapos. Mr. President, kung wala kay gugma, o wala kay aspirations sa imuhang nasod, resign.
Tudo sa statement ni President Duterte last night sa drugs and drugs initiative.
And then urging you to resign.
Resign po.
I think it's the fentanyl.
Naglabas na rin ng sama ng loob si First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos noon dahil aside from Baste and Digong Duterte calling for her husband's resignation sa pagkapangulo, tinatawanan pa raw ito nung nagpan ang camera sa mukha ni VP Sara. Kumbaga, that was a whole another thing. Now, I have made a video regarding that, so check that out as well. We should have known about this. Talagang, the writing is on the wall. May inevitable shift na talaga sa dalawa, and all in all, this is a pretty amicable way. Pero, at least para bumitiw sa kanyang pwesto, signaling the end of one of the most popular tandem this nation has ever seen. No reason why she resigned, which shows na kahit hindi na sila in good terms, kung ikukumpara noong election with Marcos, she still values that stability. Because again, she's a smart fella. She's a smart person. The evil kind of coincides with some stupidity. But this doesn't change the fact na there are still two sides of the same coin. Ano man ang sabihin ni allegedly halata Harry Roque with his male model assistant, where they claim na magiging leader ng oposisyon si Duterte, si Sara Duterte. Which kind of blows your mind kasi again, they were tandem. Tapos sasabihin mo na lang bigla-bigla na magiging oposisyon, magiging leader ng oposisyon si Sara Duterte. Which, if we look at it, the only opposition are either Coco Pimentel, Risa Ontiveros, the Makabayan Bloc, and a lot of stuff. Pero never Duterte. Hindi siya magiging tunay na oposisyon o hindi siya magiging tunay at totoong oposisyon ng administrasyong Marcos. Sure, maaring magbangayan sila pero as I said, they're two sides of the same coin. At kahit mag-resign siya, we know na wala siya or just wala sa kanyang puso ang paglinang ng kaisipan ng kabataan sa katotohanan at kabihasnan. Hindi siya si Starlight na lalaban kay Homelander. Siya si Soldier Boy na lalaban kay Homelander. Not the one that we would want to win. Kasi nga, again, they're two sides of the same coin. Or at least, siya si Soldier Boy na lalaban kay Homelander. Not the one we would want to win just to see the other lose. We'd rather them lose both. Kung maaari at papalaran, we want both of them to lose. Or at least, that's not what I really wanted, okay? I don't want to wish upon my Filipino people or upon my people that the administration falls down. I want them to succeed in helping the community, helping the Filipino people. Pero they have nefarious intent. And they won with questionable grounds. So for us to root with them unequivocally, that should not ever be the case. Ang video clip na ito ay galing sa aking series na News Item Worthy Recap. Check the entire video for the complete weekly news recap and subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date sa mga local at global news na I'll make sure would be interesting to you particularly. Di ko alam yung name mo pero you should subscribe. You Muhammad Smith? I don't fucking know. John Smith? Salamat sa panonood mga kabayan. Avoid me, like, subscribe, follow my links in socials and avoid. Choose that would be linked down below. Sa susunod muli, of course, paalam.